Holy Bible book cover, the final reflection. So the Pentateuch. So I chose Genesis chapter 6, verses 13 to 22, Noah's Ark. A brief reading is, So God said to Noah, I am going to put an end to all people, for the earth is filled with violence because of them. I am surely going to destroy both them and the earth. So make yourself an ark of cypress, a wood. Make rooms in it and coat it with pitch inside and out. For my analysis, I said, this section is important because the animals were kept safe from God's righteous anger and delivered to a new life beyond this symbolic death. So the historical books. I chose Judges chapter 13, verses 1 to 25, the birth of Samson. Brief reading is, again, the Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord, so the Lord delivered them into the hands of the Philistines for 40 years. A certain man of Zariah named Manoah from the clan of the Danites had a wife who was childless, unable to give birth. Analysis. This section is important because it shows how strong the Lord is. He sends an angel down so that Samson can be born from a woman who can't give birth. The wisdom books. I chose Psalms chapter 23, the Lord shepherd and host. Brief reading. The Lord is my shepherd, I lack nothing. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right path for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. This section is important because it is teaching us that when the Lord is with us, we can overcome anything. The prophet books. I chose Jeremiah chapter 14, verses 1 to 6, the great drought. Brief reading. This is the word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah concerning the drought. Judah mourns. Her city languishes. They wail for the land, and a cry goes up from Jerusalem. The nobles send their servants for water. They go to the Cernants, but find no water. Analysis. This section is important because without water, there isn't food, meaning death. The Gospel. I chose Matthew chapter 3, verses 13 to 17, the baptism of Jesus. Brief reading. Then Jesus came from Galilee to the Jordan to be baptized by John. But John tried to deter him, saying, I need to be baptized by you, and do you come to me? Jesus replied, Let it be so now. It is proper for us to do this to fulfill all righteousness. Then John consented. As soon as Jesus was baptized, he went up out of the water. Analysis. This section is important because it shows that Jesus is becoming like us. This shows his humility. The Acts of the Apostles. I chose Acts chapter 9, verses 10 to 18, Saul's baptism. Brief reading. In Damascus, there was a disciple named Ananias. The Lord called to him in a vision. Ananias. Yes, Lord, he answered. The Lord told him, Go to the house of Judas on Straight Street and ask for a man from Tarsus named Saul, for he is praying. In a vision, he has seen a man named Ananias come and place his hand on him to restore his sight. For the analysis, this section is important because the life Saul lives, he lives to God. The epistles, letters. Corinthians chapter 1, verses 14 to 9, Thanksgiving. Brief reading. I will always thank my God for you because of his grace given you in Jesus Christ. For in him you have been enriched in every way, with all kinds of speech and with all knowledge, God thus confirming our testimony about Christ among you. Analysis. This section is important because the people are thanking God for everything he has done for us. The book of Revelations. Revelations chapter 12, verses 1 to 18, the woman and the dragon. Brief reading. A great sign appeared in heaven. A woman clothed with the sun, with the moon under her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant and cried out in pain. As she was about to give birth, then another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns and 7 crowns on its head. Analysis. This section is important because Jesus overcomes the dragon through generous love. Then